Another thing about amphibians and reptiles is that some will eventually take care of their young. They will go all the way to ensure the survival of their offspring. Here in the snowy desert of Arizona, one reptile parent is on guard. A female horned lizard guards her berry eggs and is keeping on the lookout for anything that might interfere with them. A western patch-nosed snake. It is an egg eater. And she won't stand for it. The patch nose is no match for this kind of aggression. Her eggs are safe for now. Another predator, a couch-web snake, and this species is a lizard eater. And she can tell the difference. The snake is too fast for her to outrun it, so she makes herself look taller and bigger. The snake is worth swallowing anything that is big and as spiky as this. And then the lizard plays her trump card. The snake is accustomed to prey that does this. One very confused snake. Now she can return to guard duty. and several months later, she's rewarded with her first baby. Sometimes, in order to ensure the survival of the next generation, you do some quick thinking, like kind of quick solutions on the fly. This tiny blue poison dove frog is carrying his tadpole piggyback. It has on a leaf, and now he's taking it to a pool in a bromeliad high up in the branches. The tadpole wiggles off. He may have half a dozen babies, each which he puts into his own tiny pool. He makes regular tours of all his nurseries, checking on his tadpole's welfare. This youngster is hungry and tucks himself by nibbling on his legs and vibrating against his body. But the male can't feed the tadpole himself. He needs help. He must find a female. There she is. He calls. And she follows. He must lead, for only he knows where he deposited each tadpole. This one's very hungry indeed. He calls the female encouragingly. She jumps in, perhaps to assess the situation. Out she comes. Without having done what's required. So he keeps calling. Back in she goes. This time, producing food for the hungry tadpole. An infertile egg. There. Out she comes. And mother and father embrace. Baby has its dinner. In the Llanos wetlands of Venezuela, a mother reptile is facing a similar drama. This kin and family's lives have just changed. The waters that kept them safe for so long are beginning to dry up. Each year, in the space of a few short months, the Llanos is transformed from a flooded paradise to a baking oven. For some babies, the unrelenting heat and the lack of water have already been too much. Any babies that are left alive will certainly die if they stay here. So the mother decides to leave. Coming onto her crash, she sets off across the parched land. In one long cavalcade, they march onwards in search of permanent water. For the mother, this is certainly exhausting. For her babies with tiny legs, This must be a real marathon. Some start to fall behind. But she stops constantly. The babies call constantly. She knows where they all are, and with her, every single one of them has caught up. Only when all are with her will she set off again. At last, safety. The babies are close to exhaustion. Without such devotion from the female, few, if any, his baby came in would have survived. Remarkably, most of them aren't even her own. When plants or characters first described in crocodiles, the reports were dismissed as too extraordinary to be true. We made crocodiles cold-blooded, but they can show great tenderness. Some people don't see the softer side of crocodilians. They may be fierce hunters, but they're also gentle parents with a care for their offspring and a willingness to protect them. Here in the Florida Everglades, there's another clear example of that. Tucked away amongst the sawgrass, alligator nests have been incubating for 2 months now. They're bedrock on the roots of small trees, which anchor them as water levels rise. A female guards each one, patiently waiting for a young to emerge. And by August, the first babies emerge. At just a week old, they are perfectly camouflaged. Bright dark green makes them invisible among the grasses the nest is built around. They spent their days close together in pods under the watchful eye of their mother. At this age, only 8 inches long, they're defenseless. An easy meal for a passing bird or a hungry male alligator. But when darkness falls, these hatchlings show a different side. With fewer predators around, the youngsters take on a new confidence. They break away from their pod and set off alone. And while they may look cute, even at this tender age, they already have the instinct to hunt. The mother will protect them, but she won't feed them. So they have to get the hint of it fast. They hunt all through the night. Pouncing on the prey of tiny insects and fish with some precision. And other times, not. They'll perfect these skills over the next year. Until they're big enough to go it alone. The island of Komodo in Indonesia. Remote and barren. Few people live here. It's ruled by a giant reptile. The Komodo dragon. $3 meters long, a top predator. Smell the air with their forked tongue helps them find their prey. The individual male has been searching for hours and still hasn't gotten a scent. He's searching for something accessible. A thick layer of mud can't disguise this animal's scent. Water buffalo are ever vigilant, wary of the reptilian overlords. But buffalo calves are not as savvy as their parents. The dragon has lost its kill, but only temporarily. Venom from gliding its jaws prevents the blood of its prey from clotting, leading to a dangerous drop in blood pressure. The result is inevitable. We don't need tales of Jurassic Park and velociraptors to see a reptile dominate the world. It's all here.